Hello everyone, we will be looking at the child development and pedagogy psychology questions which were figured in the previous official TET examination, right? So let us look at the questions as well as the answer key provided by the TET department officially, right? So this is in English medium. Boys and girls who play together in the early childhood begin to refuse to play together at this age due to beginning of sex role differentiation. So answer is 8 to 10 years. Physical and mental changes do not occur simultaneously. Instead, new changes occur based on previous changes. This principle of development explained here it is as development is cumulative and continuous process. Next one. One of the following is not a characteristic of adolescence. So a problem-free stage. The remaining options are characteristics of adolescence. According to Erikson, the psychological condition that develops during the play stage is initiative, chorava and aparadha bhavam versus guilt. I'm not explaining the reasoning here. I'm just providing you the answer for just quick reference before the examination. So here, examining the following statements and choose the correct answer. So here, reality principle, ego, pleasure principle, superego, and morality principle, id. So who are rightly mapped? So answer 3. A is correct. C is incorrect. So reality principle ego, pleasure principle is actually it, and morality principle is superegos. That's why A is correct, C is incorrect. Next. Late childhood is also known as ganges. Taking tablets gives relief, but there is a possibility of side effects. The type of conflict here it is approach avoidance. Directive leadership, follow this type of leadership is here autocratic leadership. Directive means third one. A person who fails in street cricket imagines himself being selected for the national team. The defense mechanism here, fantasy, right? So imagining. Next, regarding Gardner's multiple intelligence, find out the correct pairs among the following. Answer is 3. So here, A and C. Intrapersonal intelligence, self-smart, and spatial personal intelligence is picture smart, but interpersonal intelligence is not word smart. So answer is A and C. Next, the personality dynamics aspects of psychoanalytical theory are here conscious, preconscious and unconscious. This is not a phase in the teaching process evaluation, but it is now part and parcel of the entire teaching learning process. But here a question is only in the teaching process. That's why evaluation phase is not covered in the teaching process. Learning by modeling is seen in observational learning by Bandura. The process of inviting new things with the help of their earlier knowledge by children on their own is known as construction of knowledge and sometimes assimilation of knowledge. Let us see the final, I don't know, nobody could challenge it, but assimilation is also right. This is the phase of extensive study, deeper understanding in 5E method. So in 5E, this is the phase of extensive means elaborate. Extensive synonym of the extensive word is elaborate. So first one is engage, then explore, explain, then elaborate. So one is the right answer. A student has desired to help others to mingle with all friendly. According to Allport, the type of trait in him is cardinal, not secondary and central and surface. The theory that states the growth, affection, and care are necessary in childhood, violent, sexual. So immediately we have to go to psychosexual development theory proposed by Sigmund Freud. Then the change in behavior of an individual in accordance with the changing circumstances is called adjustment. NCRT constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Professor H. Paul, means Learning Without Burden, 1993. The National Education Policy established connect rapidly expanding technological knowledge with education. So here, National Education for Technological Framework. Then National Education Quality Framework, Higher Education Quality Framework. Then National Education for NCT, National Council of Teacher Education, right? Regulatory Commission, R stands for Regulatory Commission, National Higher Education for Regulatory Commission. So one is the right answer. Choose the correct answer regarding normal probability curve. So it is symmetric, it is bell shaped, it contains only mode. But here value of skewness is equal to 0, but it is incorrect. So answer is A, B, C. The highest value of data is 150 and the value is least value is, so the range is the highest value minus least value. So the answer is 100. After the Second World War, there is a significant progress in education technological knowledge through all mass communication, personal learning, group learning. Answer is A, B, C. Then kinesthetic teaching method was developed by, so learning by doing by John Dewey. So here Neil Fleming proposed the kinesthetic teaching method, and Stevenson, Norman Crowder, nowhere related there. Then we have this Flanders interactional analysis, student talk, teacher talk, and silence. So accordingly we have to match these. So answer is 2. That means one is D. One is D here, encouraging and praising. Then 2 is A, lecture. 3 is B, student's response. And 4th one is 10. So here C, silence or confusion. According to Haller, primary concepts in information communication all: sender, S, M, R. Sender, message, medium, receiver. So answer is A, B, C, D. Incorrect answer from the following related to programmed learning definitions with scientists. So here the right answer is third one, C and D. It is a program of self-pacing that proceeds in a systematic manner. More, it is a planned program to develop proficiency in the form of stimulus and response bonding. Tomlinson. So answer is 3, C and D. The remaining 2 are incorrect. Then correct sentence related to MS-DOS. MS-DOS is a command line and operating system. So answer is D. Then one of the following is not a linear programmed learning principle. So answer is here. We have response, own phase and feedback, but prevention principle is not connected with the given question. So national NROA, Open Educational Resource, National Repository for Open Education Resource, was developed by NCRT, National Council of Education Research and Training, and Central Institute of Educational Technology, New Delhi. So next we will discuss Telugu 30 questions. Please practice these things as it is official paper, so that you can score more in the examination, right? Wish you all happy learning and keep learning, and wait for the next language Telugu and then third language English for 30 marks. So until then, do take care. Wish you all happy learning and keep learning. Do take care. Jai Hind.